Hi, Nancy. How are you feeling today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. How are things going at home right now?
They're going pretty well. My husband has been having some issues, and we've still been dealing with some problems with Rena. But other than that, I guess everything's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna start working through that. So, I just wanted to see how you're kind of assess how your functioning is going right now. Um, so, I have a weird echo. Okay, that's
Yeah,
better.
it's been
Is
me
it,
too.
is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, So can you kind of tell me how you feel about these people who might be making fun of you when you go out and you think they might be making fun of your weight?
It's not necessarily that I think they're making fun of my weight. I just think that I am overweight, and that people would think that that's gross.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like I necessarily
Um,
mean these people. I just think that they are doing it when they see me.
uh-huh. Okay. So tell me about some goals you have right now or something that you really want to get accomplished.
Well, like always, I still really want to get back into nursing. I think that that's pretty much my
Hmm.
end goal is I just would really like to go back and get my advanced nursing degree. I just don't know if that's possible since I'm always, hurt.
Right. So what's really holding you back from the nursing? Is it your back?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Charlie's unemployed now too, so
Mhm.
got to deal with that. Rena's out of the house. Michael's sick,
Yes.
so
He's
I
always.
totally understand that. So do you have any other friends outside of your family? Do you have anybody you see?
Um, Not really. I have all of my old doctor and nursing friends that I met when I was in school, and they
Uh-huh.
still help me out with Michael because of all of his health issues. So I see them, but
Mhm.
other than that, I don't just go like out with my friends.
Mhm. Do you prefer to stay in the house most days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really like people to see me.
Yeah, I understand. Um, so let me think. Do you ever feel like you're just doing something without really knowing why? Or is,
Um, what do you mean? Not really.
like it's called an impulse. Do you ever feel like you're just being pushed to do something without thinking?
I guess my anxiety sometimes will make me just do stuff because I get really anxious about things that are happening, and if something's not being taken care of, I guess I just kind of try to take care of it as quickly as I can so that it doesn't become a bigger issue later on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think do you think your husband may have some impulse control sometimes?
Especially with all of his jumping around from jobs, I think that it's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you're in pretty good shape with that. So tell me about what you want to accomplish like in the future.
Um, I guess I would like my family to get closer.
Hmm.
Um, I would like for my husband to get a job that was
Hmm.
more stable, and I would like to get back into nursing again, but
Hmm.
I just don't really know if any of that stuff is necessarily possible.
Right, right. So like you said, you have your goals that you're wanting to accomplish, and we'll work on those goals. So do you feel like those goals are going to be able to be achievable?
Especially the family goals, I think that those are possible. Since Rena has moved out, we've gotten a little bit closer because I think it's better for her to have her own space.
Hmm.
But with Michael being sick, I don't think that that's necessarily going to get any better. And then Harley, who knows with him? It's all
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, I totally understand. That's got to be a really stressful and uh, really stressful situation to be in. Um, so do you do you like when you got together with Charlie? What attracted to you to him in the first place?
I just thought he was very handsome and he was really tall and blonde. He was also very funny.
Did you think he was like anybody that you had known previously, like your father, or was it just because he was a completely new person?
Um, I wouldn't say he was very much like my father since my father left me when I was younger. I didn't really believe that he would do that, but maybe in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Dad never had like all of that stableness.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Do you ever have any issues with your memory or remembering anything?
A little bit, but I like to think that I still remember all of my nursing.
Right, that's super important.
But like some family things, like and some things in my past, I don't. I have some memories from when I was younger. Like my first ones were probably from when I was like 5 and hanging out with all of my family.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Do you have any trouble taking care of yourself during the day, or are you just kind of in good shape with that? Like that's not an issue?
it depends on if I'm having a flare up with my back. So sometimes when that happens, I won't be able to really move. Like I can usually sit up, but other than that, I won't be able to like go get myself food or water.
Does
Or
your family help you?
my husband is very helpful when I
That's
have
good.
problems.
That's really good. That's really helpful. So tell me about what happens when Charlie and Michael start fighting. How do you react to that?
I just kind of try to put myself in between them so that nobody gets hurt. And I try to make them stop fighting, but it doesn't always work, especially when they go off by themselves to try to do like a father son bonding thing. They just come back fighting all the time. And it just makes me very anxious.
Yeah. So do you feel like you kind of avoid this situation, or do you try and talk to them about it?
I attempt to talk about them, but I think in the end, it usually just becomes avoiding it, trying to act like it's not happening.
Mm-hmm. How about with Rena? How do you deal with Rena when you guys get into conflicts?
Um, well, obviously we don't deal with it well because after she was 13, she was living in the other side of the duplex without us because she was living
Right.
with her great grandpa. And then now she does not live at the house because we ended up telling her that she couldn't live there once she was 18.
Right.
So
Sounds like sometimes when there's conflict, it's easier for you to kind of withdraw a little bit instead of facing the problem, which I understand. Facing conflict can be really stressful.
I just like everybody to be happy. So I don't think
Yeah.
I'm very good at.
Yeah, you never want to start conflict. I understand. How about with Charlie? When you feel like he's not doing what he should be, do you ever talk to him about it?
Like, do you mean with jobs and stuff?
Yeah, with jobs or not getting along with Michael.
Um, I try to mention things, especially like the money thing, because we don't have all of that much income. We're living off of my disability. So I talked to him about trying to get a job, and I talked to him about how we don't want to lose Michael, like we've been losing Rena. And I think that he knows that, but at the same time, I don't think he can really control his anger.
Yeah, I absolutely understand that. So do you think that, is this, when it comes to conflict, do you think that this is kind of how you acted when your dad left and you were left with your mom? Is it kind of the same thing?
Yeah, I didn't really talk to anybody after my dad left about how I was sad and scared and stuff. I pretty much just talked to my aunt's dog, and
Oh, yeah.
it didn't really help me. It's a dog, so
Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about getting a dog now?
I have not actually, but I think that that could do some good for our family.
Yeah, it could. Maybe there's a kind you could find that was hypoallergenic for Michael since he has all those asthma issues.
So, yeah.
Okay. So, is there ever a time when you're feeling overwhelmed?
A lot of the time I get extremely anxious.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly when I am sick and I can't really move and then something's going on with Michael and he's always sick and like it could be life or death with him sometimes and I just feel very very nervous and scared and I don't know what's going to happen to him.
Yeah. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, how does your body feel?
It does not feel good. It feels very slow and tired and like I'm made out of lead.
Do you ever get a anxiety attack from being overwhelmed?
A little bit, but it's not horrible. And usually when something bad is happening, I usually can take control of the situation. I just freak out before it happens.
Okay, great. Um, so do you ever find yourself daydreaming about something that you would like to happen in life when you get stressed out?
I find myself hoping that Michael just gets better all of a sudden and that Charlie finds a job and that Rena moves back home and that I nurse again. So kind of a whole family type of a daydream.
So you're able to check out sometimes, but you realize that it's just a daydream,
Yes.
not real life. Yeah. Um, so how do you feel about control in your life right now? Do you feel like you have control of your life, or are you getting there?
Not necessarily control of my life, especially when I'm not able to even get myself food.
hmm
So when the flare-ups happen, I have absolutely no control.
hmm let's see. Do you ever feel like there's a part of you that really wants something else, and do you ever wrestle with yourself on things?
Um, Sort of. I mean, there's always a part of me that wants our lives to be perfect and happy. So
hmm
I wish I could get it to be at that spot, but I just.
hmm Yeah, it's definitely hard. So it sounds like you're kind of the rock in the family. Is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it sounds like you're the one who's got the steady income from the disability, and you've kind of got the cool head about you per se when it comes to conflict. It's definitely hard to get your family to come around, but I think that we can definitely work through that and try and make it better. So we'll meet again next week, and maybe we'll talk about some ways to deal with conflict with Charlie
Okay.
first off.
That's a good idea.
All right. The proceeding was a fictional role play. All names, places, and events are fabricated.